The Adventures of the Claw Woman in the Land of Men. It is a complex, moving and deeply symbolic story about courage, loyalty, ecology and the fragile border between nature and civilization. The author manages to create a captivating narrative that easily moves from fantastic to real, from myth to social reality, giving rise to a modern fantasy with deep roots in classic tales and current themes. The protagonist is, without a doubt, the most memorable figure in the story. Magically created, with a form that combines the body of a giant hand with the face of a woman, she represents a disturbing synthesis between creature and protective spirit. Able to walk, climb, and communicate without words, the Claw Woman is the symbol of the animated nature searching for its purpose in a world that has turned its back on it. In this second great adventure, the Claw Woman is called not by forest councils or magical wars, but by the tears of a baby rabbit, a much more intimate call, but with huge reverberations. This initial choice is significant. The author moves the struggle from the mythological to the moral and personal realm. The story unfolds over 25 chapters, each with a clear structure, narrative tension, and emotion. From Crossing the Border, where the Claw Woman steps from the Enchanted Forest into the human world, to Return to the Forest, the narrative never loses direction. It is a journey with a double stake, saving the bunny's mother and then the entire forest. What impresses is the diversity of the narrative register. From intimate scenes, such as the dialogue with the hedgehog Ramu in the sewer, to spectacular scenes, such as the storm on the roof or the chase in the city center. The author combines elements of ecological thriller, urban drama, and mythological legend in a harmonious way. One of the strongest qualities of the novel is the way it brings to the fore the relationship between humans and nature. The hunters are not presented only as villains, but as symbolic figures of a society that has lost touch with natural harmony. In contrast, the good people, the underground group that protects the animals, represent that part of humanity that still hopes, that still fights for a balanced world. The Claw Woman is not a character who destroys. She is a character who reveals. She shows people that their actions have consequences. And when the televisions film her and the city is divided between those who worship her and those who hunt her, the conflict becomes more than physical. It becomes moral and cultural. The descriptions are some of the most successful aspects of the book. The storm on the roof, the underground tunnels, the old painting in the museum that resembles the face of the Claw Woman. All of these moments are described with meticulous attention to detail and a lyricism that never falls into excess. The metaphors are well chosen, and the symbolism abounds. The key that frees the bunny's mother is also the key to a new understanding between the worlds. The drawings of the Claw Woman that appear on the walls are echoes of a legend in the making, and the fact that she speaks not with her voice, but with her presence and gaze, transforms communication into a sacred act. One of the most moving moments of the story is the sacrifice of Anna, the girl who helps the Claw Woman in the city. Posing as her, Anna is captured, and the Claw Woman must choose to remain hidden or to appear before the world. Here the great narrative turning point occurs. In a scene of particular symbolic force, the Claw Woman appears in public, surrounded by animals, in a press conference, and people are overwhelmed not by fear, but by the truth that her being emanates. This scene marks the beginning of reconciliation. Not all people understand, but enough choose not to close their eyes. And when she returns to the forest, instead of war, she leaves behind a lesson. The last chapter, Return to the Forest, is more than a conclusion, it is a reflection. The Claw Woman does not need laurels, statues, or gratitude. All she did was listen to the pain of a baby rabbit and follow her heart. But the world is no longer the same after her. The walls speak, the children dream of it, and the forest, that old sanctuary, now becomes a sacred space. The ending is moving without being melodramatic. The silence that falls is more telling than any cry. It is an ending that offers hope and invites introspection. Conclusiae. Eventual femiae gira intenutulo aminilo nu este dor o cart pentru copiae sau adolescenti. Este o povest universala, o allegory ecologica, o parabola despre responsabilitate si empathy. Prin personagal sau original, prin stilil narrative bine construt si prin messageal profund, Carti devine o lecture obligatory pentru oricine utat ca lumia nu apartine doro amaniler taro vrem in care postal fantastis tinsesi piada in actiun frenetica sau enclesi, asiasta povest vine ca unbolsum. Cu sens, cu from seat, cu un massage ce marita dus my depart. Femia gira este my multiple decat o creatura. Eae constienta naturiae, chemaria permancelui, vocia tacuta care in triba. My stai sine esti omul. O Capodopera a genului eco fantastic.